Air and water resources and human impact. Using some natural resources such as fossil fuels, biomass, and minerals makes life easier, but you could be able to go on living without them. Air and water, on the other hand, are resources that you cannot live without. Most living things can only survive a few minutes without air, and water is needed for your cells to survive because these cells carry out all of your life functions. Substances that cause air and water pollution are called pollutants. Some pollutants are microorganisms and other pollutants are toxic substances or poisonous, chemicals and metals, and there are even some that are radioactive substances. When pollution can be traced to one location, such as a drain pipe or a smokestack or even a natural cause like a volcano, this is called point source pollution. If pollution cannot be traced to one location, for example, a whole bunch of cars coming from a major city, then this is called non-point source pollution. Here's a list of examples of water pollution that include sediment, which comes from runoff, pesticides that not just destroys pests but harms other organisms, fertilizers that cause algae to bloom and poison other living organisms, heated water, which affects temperature of the water, which kills other organisms, oil and sewage leaks from runoffs or leaking underground storage tanks, which harm the environment. Air that contains harmful particles and gases is polluted and can affect the health of humans and other living things. Some air pollution occurs naturally, but many types of pollution are the result of human activity. The burning of fossil fuels can cause smog and acid rain. The brown haze that develops in sunny cities is called photochemical smog. Remember that photochemical smog is formed by the reaction of sunlight to pollutants such as hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides. These chemicals react to form a brownish mixture of ozone and other pollutants. Another result of air pollution is acid rain, and this is rain that is more acidic than naturally occurring rain, and it's even sometimes strong enough to damage the surfaces of buildings and statues, and is definitely harmful to organisms in lakes and ponds. In the United States, federal and state governments have passed a number of laws and regulations to reduce water and air pollution. The Environmental Protection Agency monitors pollutants in the nation. Now, both air and water quality have generally improved over the last few decades. Emission restrictions have been put on power plants and cars, and even there has been a push for cars going electric. Water conservation is also helpful in that it's practicing the use less of a resource so that it is not going to be used up. Reducing water use, recycling water, and reusing water are 3 ways to conserve water. Just by changing your lifestyle and explaining to friends and family how you are helping to conserve water and air quality makes a huge difference. All right, we have reached the end of this section, and it is now time for you to show what you know.